Hello, everyone. Welcome back. In this video, we will look at section 24.3, array lists. We're going to see how to implement the ArrayList class in the Java API. Now, this content is from the eText or Rebel book. You can subscribe to the eText from this website. So if you do a Google search for my Java book from the Pearson website, just do the Google search Daniel Liang, Pearson eText. You're going to get into this eText. So here's the eText. And this is the Rebel, and this is the print book. The eText is, this is the, you can subscribe it. It's interactive ebook. And print book does not have the interactive features. Rebel is eText plus the additional programming exercise. The programming exercise must be assigned by an instructor. If you don't have an instructor, you're not taking a class, you should not choose Rebel. If you just study on your own, this eText book is your choice. All right, so I'm going back to this section 24.3. Let's see how we're going to implement the ArrayList class. So as we did in the previous section here in the for the common operations for the list, so we let's just go briefly look at the diagram we have here. So we have this my list. So that's the one I'm going to define here. This is interface, and this is my list. It's now defined as a subtype of the collection interface, and the collection interface extends the iterable interface. So this is my array list right here. So I'm going to have my array list here. So you're going to see here, I'm designing this array list as a subtype of my list. So it inherits all the operations from my list and from collection interface and from the iterable interface. So this is my array list. So my array list has this constructors. You construct a using no-i constructor, construct the default array list, and this is the construct array list from an array of objects. So this here is the data is stored internally using array. And this is the size, the actual number of elements in the array list. All right, so now we're going to see here how you insert an element into the array list. So this is the array list internally, it is array. Okay, so we provide this operation to add this element E and into the array list at this index somewhere here. So what you need to do, you need to shift all these elements to the right one position, and then you can put an E right here. So let's look at this, is how it works. All right, so E is here. Now, this is the code for this add element E at this specified index. So here, I check the index. If index is valid, so this is invalid. If the index is negative or index greater than the size, so we're going to throw the out of bounds exception. So now we have this method we're going to invoke. It's ensure capacity. So here we're gonna look at this is the ensure capacity. It's private method we have. Here is to just to check if the capacity is right. If it's not, we're gonna double the current size if needed. Okay. So this is the ensure capacity. All right. So if there's a capacity, you don't have to do anything. If there's not, so you're going to increase the size. You're going to create a new array and the double of the original size +1. And then you copy the original one to the new one. And the new one now becoming the one you're going to use for the array list. So you can look at the animations of how this works. So this is the array list, and here's the data. And this is right here. And so here, I'm going to check the bounds, okay? And now ensure capacity. And now, so you're going to look at this, check your understanding. So answer all this. I'm going to skip this. And so now, and you see how it works is do a shift. And the next thing is you're going to put E right here. And now you increase the size is increased. So that's how you add an element to an array list. So see how much work is involved behind the scene. And that's something, it's all hidden from you. You don't have to worry about it. You just call this method and it does all this for you. All right, so how we remove an element. So we're going to remove this element EI. So what you're going to do is you're going to shift everything from after this EI and to the left one position. So this is how it works. All right, so now we're going to look at this method to remove at the specified index. I'm going to check the index, see if this index is valid. And now, and we're going to get this element at this location right here. So because we're going to return it, this remove method returns the removed element. So we're going to have this here. And now do a shift and here. So we're going to put null here. So this is the, so everything here, this, the last one is null, just to ensure that we're going to release that memory space becoming garbage. So size is reduced by 1. So here's the animation, and see this is your array list, my array list here. And we're going to go look at it. We're going to remove this. This is element here at the index right here. So look at this size is n. So the index from 0 to n-1. So this is here. And this, the entire thing is the capacity for the entire internal array. So this n is the actual number of elements in the list. So now we're going to keep this removed element in this variable E. So this is the check your understanding. I'm going to skip it. So this is here. See how shift works behind the scene. And so now next, we're going to make sure this is going to be null. And size is reduced by 1. All right, so these are really two key methods to understand how my list is implemented, the array list is implemented. So this is the, you can see this is overall an animation. And so this is the, right now, it's empty list. So this, and the capacity is 4 and the size 0. So if you enter something, so this is now 45. The size is 1 now. So let's use 23, and 23 is here. So the size is 4. And this is capacity is 4. Well, let's say I'm going to insert this 12 at this 0 here and see what happens. And so 12 is here. Okay. All right. You can add another one here. I'm going to add 24 at the end. So if you don't specify index, this is going to append it at the end. So this is fine. Now I'm going to add another one, 21. So what happens? There's not enough space here. So we're going to create a new array, double size plus 1. So this is going to be 4 times 2 plus 1. It's going to be 9. And we're going to copy the current array into the new array. New array now is going to be the one we're going to work with now. All right, so here. Now you can see how it works. Okay, so what is the trim to size? So trim to size will get exactly the same size as the capacity will be reduced. So this is going to be trim to size. Basically, you're going to create a new array of this size of 5 and copy everything from this current one to the new one. So the new one becomes current one. So this is trim to size. Okay. All right, and you can see here is this. We're going to see this is the the implementation for my array list, and so this one is going to implement my list. So this is, and all these methods here, you can see it add. And this is ensure capacity contains. So we're going to implement all these methods here. All right. So you can see this, and we're going to write a test code here. And this is the implementation of ArrayList and using an array. So this is called ArrayList because it's implemented using ArrayList. In the next section, we're going to introduce linked list, and linked list is a list, but internally, data is stored in a linked list. Thank you very much. See you on the next video.